It has been a hot minute since I really took the time to sit down and discuss every ride at all of the incredible and unique theme parks here in Orlando. And I mean, there are a ton of different theme parks with some of the best and most unique rides and attractions out there. And yeah, I really haven't had the time to actually dive in and talk about all of these rides. And honestly, I love ranking attractions. I love ranking pretty much everything. If you know me personally, you probably know I have a list for every kind of item, movie, food, or attraction in general ranked. But that's just me. I love ranking things. So today is going to start a larger series where we rank all of the rides within the major theme parks here in Orlando. That means the 4 major Disney parks, the 3 major Universal parks, and then a combined list of all the Disney parks and all of the Universal parks. And if y'all like that, then maybe eventually a very large combined list ranking every ride at both resorts. But hey, if y'all like this series, then I might go ahead and make it. But for now, we're going to start with the park that currently has the smallest ride lineup, and that is Disney's Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom is easily one of the most beautiful and well-themed parks out there. The level of landscaping and nature this park has is insane. The theming is so realistic on so many levels, and it is also the largest Disney park at Walt Disney World. It is such an incredible and beautiful park, but they do have a very limited number of rides. So today we're going to sit down and rank the, sorry, am I reading that right? 6, that's it? There's a Disney park with 6 rides. Great, okay. Well, we're going to sit down and rank the 6 rides currently operating at Animal Kingdom. For this list, I'm only counting rides. So the biggest way I'll describe it is anything that moves. Animal Kingdom has a lot of attractions. If you include shows, walkthroughs, trails, and play experiences, this would open the door to basically double the amount of attractions total. So for this ranking and all the other rankings, we are focusing solely on rides only. So with that, let's get things started. Coming in at number 6, we have Kali River Rapids. And honestly, I will say, for the worst ride in Disney Park, this one is definitely the best of the worst. Kali River Rapids definitely is not a standout rapids attraction. I think a lot of the landscaping and nature that surrounds it is really what carries the ride, because the rapids themselves are very plain. There is the one large drop that definitely carries the attraction, and depending on the way you are facing on that drop, you are either getting absolutely drenched from head to toe, or you are somehow staying bone dry for the rest of the day. And over time, there were a lot of effects and cool unique things about this attraction that have slowly been removed. Because of that, I do think this ride is aged pretty poorly, but at the same time, the queue is absolutely gorgeous and the ride itself is still fun. I really don't think there is such thing as a truly bad River Rapids attraction. It's very hard to mess up on one of those, and they keep you on the edge because you never know if you're going to come off pretty dry or absolutely soaked. That adds to a lot of the fun and mystery to the ride, but also because of that reason, I rarely get to experience this attraction. I believe the last time I personally rode River Rapids was probably around 2022, just because of how wet you can possibly get. But I do think it is a very solid attraction for Animal Kingdom. It adds a lot to the park's lineup, and obviously having a water ride in any Disney park here in Florida is always nice because we know how hot these parks can get, especially a park like Animal Kingdom. So like I said, it is definitely the best of the worst. But moving on up to number 5, we have the Wildlife Express train. Now this is one I honestly forgot about until I started making this script, but yes, in the grand scheme of things, sure, it is transportation in a sense, but since it is within the park and only transports you from one side of the park to another, I'm going to count it as an official ride. And honestly, for what it is really fun, especially the new additions over at Conservation Station. The train has become a nicer experience. You have Robert Irwin narrating the attraction as you head over. There's some nice bluey decorations as well. But what I really like about this ride is you get a little behind the scenes look at some of the animal areas and enclosures from Kilimanjaro Safaris. You can see some of the backstage areas and even get a closer look at the animals like the rhinos, other wildlife. So for that purpose, it is really nice. I think it's a great way to head over to Conservation Station, and the train itself rarely gets a wait. It's also a nice little break, so even if you're not going there for Bluey or any of the other activities, you can just sit on the train, take in the views, and enjoy the ride. I don't think this is some extremely underrated experience, but it is an attraction I've definitely grown to appreciate more at Animal Kingdom through the years. It is unique, and I do recommend everyone tries it at some point. But at number 4, we have Navi River Journey. Now, Navi River Journey is good for what it is, but I think we all know this attraction definitely could have been so much more. It is nice to have that B-tier ride within Pandora, but unfortunately, because it is located in one of the most popular theme park lands of all time, it gets treated like an S-tier ride, and it really shouldn't be. That line always gets so long, the boats are small, the attraction footprint is very small, and the ride itself is extremely slow-paced. It is easily one of the slowest-paced boat rides Disney has ever made. I think it is the slowest, but I will say, there is a lot to see in here. with that space they had, they definitely packed in a lot of beautiful sets, bioluminescent effects, and projection effects, and when that animatronic is working at the end, it is one of the most impressive things you will ever see. I still think it might be the most impressive animatronic out there. The attraction itself is absolutely gorgeous, but again, I think we all know it could have been so much more. If they had added some sort of small drop or made the ride just a little bit longer, I think it would have added so much more to the experience. It could have made this ride a must ride every single time you go to Animal Kingdom, but right now, it's more of a ride you'll do if you catch it a short way to closing, or if you get that last minute lightning lane. I ride it maybe once a year, and honestly, half the time, the animatronic isn't even working. When that animatronic isn't working, the ride is just not worth it. So overall, I think it is very solid. It's not a bad ride by any means, but man, there is so much more potential with this ride that just was not utilized. But now let's head into the top 3, and this top 3 is truly elite. I think these are 3 of some of the best attractions Disney has to offer, and this may be a controversial take, but in number 3, I am putting Expedition Everest. I think Everest is incredible. The way this roller coaster blends thrill and family is very well done. You have that massive bound facade, the mine train coaster going through it, and the ride is still smooth with some of the best operations and crowd flow in the entire park. That line never stops moving. I love how the ride starts off so tame, then you climb that massive lift hill, hit the broken track, go through that intense backward section, and then drop down into that big helix. It's a great layout for what Disney was trying to accomplish, and of course you get to see Disco Yeti, but I'll be honest, I do think this ride is a bit overrated. If the Yeti was actually working, it would be significantly better, but at this point, it feels like it is just never going to get fixed. And as a coaster fan, I feel like the coaster itself has way more potential. The ride really doesn't have a ton of forces outside of that one backwards moment that is really good. There's no airtime. It doesn't have that one truly shocking moment that a lot of the other Disney coasters, I believe, do have. I think it is very much a family coaster, and for that reason, it definitely gets the job done. But for people who rank this as the best Disney coaster, even a top 3 Disney coaster, I respectfully think you are crazy. But that's what I love about these lists. Everyone has different opinions at the end of the day. For what Everest is, it is still an incredible attraction. I just honestly wish Disney would close it for a while, give it the TLC that it truly needs and deserves. So with that, at number 2 is Kilimanjaro Safaris. As a ride, yeah, it is very basic. It's a safari vehicle taking you through the natural environments that Animal Kingdom contains, including the African savanna, swampy marshes, and other animal habitats. But what makes this ride so special is that you get to go face to face with so many different amazing animals you don't see every day. Lions, hippos, ostriches, giraffes, cheetahs, zebras, wildebeest, and so much more. Kilimanjaro Safari is just such an awesome ride. It is always one of my favorites to do at the park. What I love about it is that every time you ride it, it is a unique experience. I've had times where unfortunately I didn't see a ton of animals, but I also had rides where I saw a ton of animals, and some of them got extremely close to the vehicle. And that is what blows me away. Every ride feels different. Every ride feels like there's a chance something exciting can happen. And that is why I lean more towards this over Everest, because it just feels more special every time I experience it. Without a doubt, it is one of the best safari attractions, if not the best safari attraction in the world, and is always a must ride anytime I'm at Animal Kingdom. And now, at number 1, I really don't think this is much of a debate. The best ride at Animal Kingdom is Avatar Flight of Passage. I mean, this is without a doubt one of, if not the greatest simulator attraction in the world. It has the perfect length. The simulation is absolutely beautiful. It's just one of my all-time favorite attractions. It never gets old. One thing I will always say with this ride is that it is one of the only simulators that truly makes me believe I am flying. There are a lot of simulators where you know it's fake, but it still feels cool. With Flight of Passage, it is genuinely believable. It throws you off in every way possible. The scents are perfect, the water effects are perfect, the movement is perfect, the breathing effect on the Banshee is still one of the coolest things Disney has ever done. Everything about this ride is just incredible. My only real complaint is that Disney needs to fix that video quality. I don't know how the quality's gone downhill so fast. I don't know if it's the glasses, the screen, the projection, but man, they need to re-render that video or do whatever they need to do to bring that quality back up. But other than that, Flight of Passage is without a doubt one of the greatest attractions out there. I definitely think it is one of the best rides in all of Walt Disney World, and it is easily the best ride at Animal Kingdom. So there we go, every operating attraction ranked at Disney's Animal Kingdom. This is definitely the smallest ride lineup by quite a margin, but luckily that is supposed to increase at some point next year. And this is also just the start of the series. We're going to be ranking many more attractions across not just Disney World, but Universal Orlando. But comment down below what you think. Tell me your ranking of the rides at Animal Kingdom, or at least let me know your favorite attraction in the park. I always love reading and replying to your comments, so let me know down below. And with that, this is Hunter from Theme Park Hunting, and I will see you all later.